Hey everyone, welcome to the Breaking Point YouTube channel. If you're liking the videos, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get to the hunting action.
You know, you'll have some of those days. Decent amount of deer sitting my permission farm for the first time.
I believe that's going to encourage these deer to get on their feet daylight hours.
Maybe run into a shooter here. Welcome back. Today is October 8th. It's about 7 o'clock right now. We just got mostly set up, but got in here a little later than we probably should have. But, you know, you'll have some of those days. But we had two does come in about 80 yards. I don't know if she spotted us or what, but she knew we were here. So, really crappy start for the morning already. We already had about a 2-mile walk in, so excited for that on the way out, and hopefully we can see some more deer and something with a rack. No deer's blowing at me anymore. If she blows, she goes. That's what's going on right now, so wish us luck and stay tuned. We're just about to wrap up this hunt today, and we saw a decent amount of deer. I would say 5 deer, 2 does, 2 fawns, and a little 6-point. Our wind's been circling us all day, and just not the best day to, I guess, sit this spot, but definitely keep it in mind for later in the year, definitely for the rut.
October 16th today. Today's the day I'm going to go into my permission farm and pull some SD cards and pull a camera or two to move them. I'm also looking to move a stand to a spot where I think is going to play the wind better after doing a lot of e-scouting and I guess research to as far as what the deer are doing and what's showing up on my cell cams. I'm super optimistic to see what's on camera and excited. Sounds like Quentin and I are going to hunt the morning. I got a spot in mind, unless he can draw something up better. But super pumped and optimistic. Gonna see what's on camera here. And stay tuned for tomorrow's morning hunt.
It's Friday, October 17th. Quentin and I are out this morning, sitting my permission farm for the first time. Conditions aren't ideal. It's in the lower 70s right now. The wind is also marginal. Our thermals are helping out. We did bump a deer or 2 on the way in, but they were right next to the stand. So not much we can do about that. I got 1 buck in here I got my mind set on. I'm calling him Archibald. Archie for short, no particular reason. Hopefully Quentin brought some good luck with him, because every time he goes out, it sounds like he's getting a buck or somebody with him. Chandler and Brendan so far. Quentin and I are going to utilize what time we have off and spend as much of it in a tree stand as we can. I think he's got some big ones on camera, so we're going to go try for those tonight. I'll be behind the lines. He'll be behind the trigger.
As you can see, the deer movement was minimal after daylight. Quentin and I are headed back to the house to get some breakfast. I am not discouraged though, because with the colder weather on its way, I believe that's going to encourage these deer to get on their feet daylight hours. So looking forward to that. We're going to figure out a plan for tonight. Hopefully get on a nice buck and see what tonight brings us.
Q and I are back on my permission farm tonight. We're overlooking a standing bean field. To our left is a road and we have a southwest wind in our face, so I think they're going to travel this road tonight to come to these beans, thinking that the wind is in their face the whole time as they approach the field. Unlucky for them, that plays perfect for us and should give us a 25-yard chip shot. So I got a camera right out in front of us on the scrape. I have some pretty good evening activity. There's plenty of does in here. Is he looking at us? Quentin just spotted a buck down at the bottom to our right. It feels good to have our first not spike encounter of the year. Gotta start somewhere, I guess. It's been pretty quiet tonight, not a lot of deer movement. I think a good sit though, the access here is bulletproof. The wind was in our face the whole time, from anywhere to 0 to 15, 20 miles an hour. We're gonna sit the last few minutes and then Quentin's gonna try to crack on public tomorrow.
At HHA, bow hunting is in our blood. At the moment of truth, there are no shortcuts, no excuses. It's just you and your bow. So when we build a site for these moments that take your breath away. For the past 40 years, we've been setting the tempo for bow sites in the hunting industry, and this year we did it yet again. New for 2025, the Nitrix from HHA.
Welcome back, guys. It is October 18th today. It's about 7:30 right now, but it feels good to be back hunting today in public. So we're in this spot. We probably have 40 to 50 yards of visibility all the way around. But we got bedding behind us, and we got bedding in front of us, so kind of just waiting on a big buck to come in bed. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're enjoying this week's content on the show. If you haven't already, check out our YouTube membership called the TBP Club. It allows you early access to all of our YouTube videos. It allows you access to our members only live Q&As, which is once a quarter. And it allows full access to our Rut Live grand prize giveaway. If you haven't already, check out the TBP Club.
It's October 18th. Just set up here in Urban tonight, hunting a new stand. I hunted this spot last year, not too far from here, about 20 yards away. We're in here tonight after a buck we called the short tine 10. The last time I saw this deer on the hoof was right out of this area last year during the rut. He's been hanging around in here again this year, and based on all the photos and encounters I've had of him the last couple years, he's bedding up in this woods. A lot of the pictures and encounters that I've had of him, he's either coming out of here, he's going back into here. I feel like he's probably up here to the north more on us. But what we got here is we're in a bunch of big timber. We got a little bit of an opening. There's kind of trails that just intersect all over in here. So it's a lot of random movement, but most of the deer should be bedding up here to the north of us. Just trying to get on the board here still. Just trying a new spot here pretty much every time we're coming out, just because we're just having a heck of a time this year getting on deer in Urban, really anywhere, but especially Urban. Just lacking in encounters and good buck sightings, and hopefully tonight's the night we break the ice. At least get a doe down or maybe run into a shooter here. You good? I had to shoot it through a wicker basket, but oh man, that was stressful there for a while. We had a doe and a fawn come. Well, I think it was last year's fawn. They came in between 30 yards, 35, and the one doe literally needed to come 5 yards or 10 yards left or 10 yards right, would have had a shot. And they went straight away. We were watching them there at about 45, and luckily Quentin caught this one coming from the right of us. And I thought she was going to come out in that opening nice and slow, and all of a sudden she trotted and came 10 yards. Shot her. She went about 35, 40 yards, piled up. We got a doe down. That's one in Urban. And here she is. Yeah, buddy. Doe down. Heck yeah, first deer of the year here in Iowa, first Urban doe down. Awesome hunt tonight. Seen a few does, one little spike buck. Kind of were circled with deer all night, but this doe come in kind of on the back side of us and dang near right to the base of the tree. Shot her at 10 yards. She ran about 30 yards and piled up. So we're gonna get this deer tagged here, get her out of here, taken care of tonight, and cold front's hitting tomorrow. We're gonna take advantage of it. Hopefully we can knock down a buck here. Great start to the year though.